And I'm here with the Coridian bros, two of the Coridian bros, Kris and Mike.
Hello.
Golda.
Damn, guys. Why did you have to put out that post? And tears are coming on. Oh, no, I'll crack open the beer, but I just want to say, before we get started, for everyone listening, and maybe some who might not know, Coridian, I've known these boys for about 10 years now. Crazy. And they've been an integral part of the Only Scott journey. And also with previous band we were in, and my previous band years ago, Anamoya, toured with them, and just watching them grow. And yeah, pretty special. So cheers, boys.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Love having
Thanks
you
for having
here.
us.
Yeah. So the first question I got to ask, how upset was Dad? How was
who?
Dad?
Dad?
Yeah, how was Dad feeling about all this? 'Cause-
Oh, Donnie.
yeah.
Donnie's been alright, actually.
That's
Yeah, he hasn't mentioned it.
No, like, I think he's
that's not
actually... No, he's more excited for, like, the
future.
big show.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
He's excited for the 10-year. Like, he just keeps asking me every week. He's like, all right, you're like, what, how long's the set? How many songs? And then I'd be like, well, we're going to do this much, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, not long enough. I need more.
He needs a 2.5 hour.
If he had his own way, he'd
Yeah.
have a Bruce Springsteen set
Yeah,
list.
or Foo Fighters set list
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the B-sides. I don't know how many B-sides you got.
I mean, maybe he'll be, he'll probably be emotional on the night, I reckon, It could be. He'll be hugging everyone by the end. Yeah.
My son. Yeah, that'll end Dity. But I'm sure he's adopted Dity at this point.
He has, definitely. Yeah.
So I suppose one of the things I would love to get into is, because we talked about this a little bit last time. We talked to you guys at Dougfest. But one thing I would have been trying to focus on a bit more on this podcast is like kind of like the journey of trying to go after something, like go after a passion, going after something like trying to be in a band, trying to make it work, trying to, balance 4 members' opinions, ideas, touring, traveling, rehearsing, and all that like work that goes into it. Was there anything like, it's a long period of time, but if you could look back at the 10 years of the time, what was something that maybe you would have liked to have known when you started?
I don't know, actually. I think,
That's a really good question.
Yeah, it is. What would we like to have known? I don't know. I guess it's kind of... I don't have an answer right now. I can't think.
It's all right, we can come back to it.
I guess
Yeah.
we've learned from the mistakes along the way, like anyone does, but
It's hard to know, I guess, but I suppose for you guys beforehand, you were already in. There was Chuck Norris, still remember that, and then I don't know, I can't remember. Mike, you were in quite a few bands before Coridian as well, right?
yeah.
So I guess you
Yeah.
would have had a lot of learnings from those times, and
Yeah.
then you can kind of, Coridian's was a bit. It wasn't the first band. Let's put it that way.
I guess navigating the industry side of things, because as creatives you control everything in terms of what you're writing, who you're doing it with, who you're recording with, who's your producer, whatever. But there's a lot of things you follow and waste time with in the industry. Not necessarily waste time with, but some of the stuff is kind of like, yeah.
Actually, no, now that you say producer, I know that, like, because we've obviously, we've all been in bands. Like, we've all been in bands. Someone asked me the other day, they were like, how long have you been playing drums? And I was like, 25 years. And then I worked it out, and it's like, Mike's probably been playing guitar for like 35 years. And then you add bands on top of that.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like when we got to Coridian, we were all at that point when we were like, we want to be in a band that tries to achieve something. Whereas before it was like, we're just like having fun playing. And like, there was probably, I can't speak for everyone, but there's probably like varying degrees. Like, I know like Dity with Mile High, they did pretty well.
Yeah, I actually looked at that music video you guys posted up on the group, or someone put up on the group of like, is Dity going to go back and do Mile
Oh, did someone put, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it was like one of the comments, and
Oh,
then I was
funny.
just like, I remember checking, like, listening to that, like, I think when I first got in touch with
Yeah, because
you
they
guys,
got
and I was like,
they made it on the rock. They toured all around New Zealand. Like,
Yeah, they
they
did.
did pretty well. Like,
yeah.
and I guess like when we finally made the decision to go from Chuck Norris to like, let's get a singer, and then worked it all out with Dity. But like, I'd say like one of the massive things, and I think a lot of people, you still hear people talking about it now. I think a producer well, certainly for us, is a massive deal. And like me and Dity also like spent a lot of time learning like how the industry in New Zealand works. Like joining up with
Music.net.
well, music.net is a big one, but like there's the industry one as well.
APRA, like
Well,
getting on
APRA, all that stuff,
NZ
recorded
on
music, NZ on air, like
Music managers.
music managers forum.
Yeah.
Because we were effectively like, you know, independent, so we were managing the band as well. So we like definitely did like a lot of like we went to some courses and stuff like that, and you know I've seen like Doug and Lisa and stuff talk about that online, and I think that's really important stuff. Like if you're going to be independent, you've definitely got to learn and navigate your way through all that stuff. Like if you do want to get to a certain place or try to,
Yes.
because like I think unfortunately, like we've kind of touched on it before with New Zealand on air, like New Zealand on air gets a battering, like online from like local bands and
Huge. Oh yeah.
like. But the thing is, it's a hard one because it's like, yeah, I see where people are coming from, but at the same time, like they can't just throw money at you for the sake of it. So I think it's really learning and navigating how the industry works, and if you want to be a part of it.
Yeah, from what I remember, I don't know what it's like right now, but I remember when my band, we tried to apply for it, and the big thing was it's just like you just would get rejected or just nothing. And I think what would be amazing is if you get some feedback, or there's someone you can talk to be like, oh, why didn't we get the funding?
There is.
Oh, so there might be. But
There is.
Okay,
But
this
the thing
is
is,
a long time ago.
it's not. It's the thing is, it's reaching out. They're not gonna come to you and say, "Oh, you didn't get it because of this." They want you can reach out to them.
Sure.
You can message. You can email them. Did he meet up with one of the guys that is still involved? And you know, like we've talked to them for a long time. Like you know, I would say like we applied for years and years and years and years, and we ended up getting like 3 grants. But that wasn't for lack of trying.
And it wasn't without like asking a million people what how they would do it, or you know,
And what's the criteria? What are the boxes we need to tick to get it? Sure.
Because we literally would do that. Like we would print out the criteria and be like, all right, we got this at the moment. Let's work on to getting to this. And I know bands do that, but like, yeah, I think that, and also the producer thing, to go back to that, like, I think that is really important if you do feel like you need to find a sound, because I think finding a sound is really important as well. You can put out an awesome EP, but every song sounds like a different genre.
Yeah.
So like making sure that it like is all cohesive is super important. So I think finding a sound, and if you can have a producer there, at least just to run ideas off you and like and help you along the way, I think it's really important, and that will kind of separate you from just the garage band to getting to another level.
Yeah.
That's what I think anyway.
Would you say as well, like having like and someone outside of the band, how crucial that is, especially in the beginning?
Insanely crucial.
Because I think that's what happens from what I see, especially in like the bedroom recording musicians in the era we're in, where everyone records at home and all that stuff. But the thing is, you're so deep in the project, it's hard to kind of see past your own bullshit.
Well, exactly, and like maybe it's a controversial take, but like, yeah, you can think your stuff's real cool, but it's probably not that cool, man.
Yeah.
Like, get an outside opinion, and not just your friends. Like, get a professional or someone that's been in it for a long time and be like, hey, what do you actually think of this? Give me some feedback.
For sure. I think the big one that when I had to think back to when I worked with especially like Zorran and that, was just him being like, what is happening with the melody of the song here? And I'm just like, that's a good question. Because I used to think to myself, especially with songs, I'd be like, don't bore us, get to the chorus. That was like, which is not, like, it's not a great way to think about a song. Your verse should be just as good as the chorus, to be honest. All the elements should be great.
Well,
You know,
I can throw out right now, if we're going to do a little bit of history today for Coridian.
Yeah.
Blind Faith was our very first song we did with Zorran.
Yeah.
The original recording of that, which I hope I've got somewhere on a Google Drive, was not that song. Everything about the drums was completely rewritten, because he just went, no, I don't like it. And I was like, oh, okay. And when you first work with a producer, like, you know, you like, oh, but I wrote that. And it's like, And then he's like, no, you should try it like this. And you play it, and then you hear I remember me and Mike listening to like the instrumental recording of that song, and we were just like, holy shit.
Oh, it's like
incredible.
Fucking blown away.
Because that was our like very first like Zorran experience. And we were just like, oh, okay, that's why. So I think like that's such a big thing. Like when you have someone that's like, yeah, a professional, and he's like, yeah, that's cool, man. I'm not going to like completely like destroy your soul, but you should try this instead and see how it works. And that's how we've done it the entire time.
That's great.
Since day one.
I want to hear it. But speaking of blind faith, guess what I found? Hold on, I'm going to show it up for the camera.
Still got it.
Still got it after all these years
Oh,
from the video.
hell.
Is that Trump?
Is it?
Yeah.
Whoa. What?
Yeah, I've held on to it. It's been in storage and I just haven't got... I'm like, I don't know, I'm going to hold on to it.
That's wild.
For moments like this, you know?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it, obviously, because if I watch it, then all the
Yeah.
Sharpie or whatever is going to come out.
That's,
so. But I still got it.
Super crazy that...
Yeah.
Yeah, well... wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's funny when I watched that video because I was really hungover when I did it with you guys, and I could just see like this horrible neck beard and like my big old mop on my head, and I'm like, oh man, maybe should have like.
I think it worked. I think it suited the vibe.
Oh, that's
I
good.
get the
I'm glad
feeling
you
that
guys
like a lot of people that did that video with us were hungover that day.
I was so fucking hungover that day. But it was fun. The finished product looked great, so I was like, sweet, happy that you guys are happy. It worked out there. But yeah, back to the demo. Yeah, back to going. Yeah, having a producer come in. I remember. Yeah, I've had those experiences a lot. But it's, I think, for the band now, because going to a producer now, it's I guess unless they're a friend, it's very costly. But it's just such a worthwhile investment, and that's when it comes like down to the fun garage rock project you make with your friends to then, like you guys said, like this is now a band with a goal. Because you need to invest, like in a business or whatever, right? You need to invest in it. So
I think it's like that weird balance. It's like, I know like, and you've talked about it a lot on this podcast, and I guess it is relevant, and I'm probably feeling like an old man, but like, you know, like, and I don't know if it's going to change, hopefully it does, but it's like, yeah, you're a band, but you're kind of a business. Well, if you want to go down that path, you kind of have to become a business.
Yep.
Then you also have to become like a content creator, which is awful. For me, anyway.
Yeah.
It's so hard. And it's like you're balancing three things, effectively. I did four, three.
Well,
I think if that's all you were doing, that's great. But then you're also playing in a band, writing, recording music. Like it's... Yeah,
I think it's easy.
It's one of many things.
Easier now to maybe lose focus of music if you're going too far down that path. Because I even found that for myself with my previous project, the Nighthawk stuff, I was going way too deep on like branding, and it was cool. But then I was like, and then things got very expensive, and I couldn't keep doing it. But what I learned from that was like, right, I should have learned this years ago, and I should have like been more open to like the idea of like. Because I used to think it was like a dirty word, like building your band as a brand or a business, but it's really not. Because if that's what, like you said, you want to have a goal, you want to get on the rock, or let's say New Zealand, or you want to get some views on YouTube, you want to go touring overseas, even if you want to tour in Australia, like they're not just going to accept some bullshit. No. So because the levels compared to, I mean, I'm just going to be honest with this, Australian like bands to New Zealand bands, not all the time, but generally, it's a big difference. With stage performing to professionalism.
But I would say that in the last, I don't know, maybe 5 years, maybe 10, I reckon that we're coming up. A lot of bands now are getting to that.
Yeah. So one thing I wanted to bring up with you guys, can't remember if we talked about it on the last podcast, where we did. I've talked about it on here so much, but who cares? It's the last few years in the New Zealand scene, the alternative scene specifically. It's been wild.
Yeah.
I'm still like amazed when I go to like some local, like I'm just going to be on some local band, hasn't been around long, and they'll pack out a venue of 50 people. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's like almost the days of like playing to like 5 people and the bartender are like definitely seem to be changing. Yeah.
I think also younger bands understand the content game better, so they can promote, they can get their name out, create buzz.
Yeah,
but it's like if there's not a huge amount of people at your show, or like not many at all, it's generally because you're potentially overplaying, or there's those sorts of things. the mistake that a lot of those local bands make, where they're playing too many shows, and their mates are just like, yeah, that's cool, but we're not going to come out and see you like once a month or every couple of weeks when you're playing another show. And that's one of those things that you
want to
that you learn.
You want to be
on,
excited to watch, right? You want to be like, the Coridian, I've seen them, but they're not. When are they going to play next? You know, is it 2 months, 3 months?
I would say that's one thing we probably learnt actually. Like, luckily, not too late in the game, overplaying.
You guys never did that.
We did a little bit at the beginning.
I feel like that's probably not a bad thing though.
It's probably like a growing thing.
Yeah, but it's probably a good thing.
But I'd definitely say like, don't overplay a region too much. Like, that is definitely something like I think is good, like valuable information. One other thing, just to go back to the original question, I would say would be like.
And this episode is sponsored by me. Do you struggle with sleeping, and particularly struggle with light and sound while sleeping? I think it's time you get the sleep that you deserve. My business, Infinity Sleep, specializes in sleep well-being products to enhance your sleep quality. I've been using sleep masks and earplugs for the past 3 years to help improve my sleep, and I'm so stoked to finally have ones that have been created for my own sleeping needs. If you would like to learn more about my business, Infinity Sleep, please visit our website, www.infinitysleep.co.nz. By making a purchase, you are directly not only supporting a local Kiwi business, but also this podcast. Use the promo code ONLYSCOTT15% and receive 15% off your first order. Go to www.infinitysleep.co.nz to get the sleep that you deserve.
You make an album, right? Costs you however much, and you're like, yeah, man, this is going to be awesome. Big album release, tour, blah, blah, blah. No promotion.
Yep. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You almost have to spend like half your album budget on promotion these days.
Yeah.
Because
definitely.
everything gets lost in the algorithm, right?
It's very, very easy. So you got to do like it was a while ago, I remember this stat. It was like Taylor Swift's like album budget, which includes marketing and promotion and everything else. I think like 80% was marketing.
Yeah.
20% was for the studio and everything else, but most of that budget is the promo.
But we learned that. We learned that big time. Like, and I think once we got to Havar, like, that's where we're like, let's do the billboards.
That was sick.
I
went back on your Instagram and saw that post again. I'm like, fuck, that's cool.
And heps of people saw them.
And
it was a good.
And like we can
use of money.
we've reshared them a few times and people loved it. And it's like, just little things like that. Like, don't be afraid to like act like you're bigger than you are in a way. Like, don't be cocky about it, but like be like, nah, we're actually really proud of this.
Yeah.
Like, why not be like, hey, you can see it up there.
Yeah. Especially with all those hours in the studio, because as you boys know, like you're there for days and days. If you're recording even 5 songs, you know, for 4 members, I mean, how long's that if you're there every day? A week? Maybe a week and a half?
Bro, we can break that down. Because I would say, like, me and Nick, between us, if we did the whole album over, like, however many years we recorded it, I was probably only in there for, like, 4 or 5 days. Whereas Mike and Dity were in there for weeks and weeks.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how much you're exploring. Did you do quite a lot of exploring during the time when you're in the studio, Mike?
Because we're...
With tones, probably not parts, more tones. Tones.
With, like, setting a tone for a song.
Yeah.
You could be... 1 or 2 hours, like and say a song maybe would roughly take a day, but you've got your main tracks, but then you've got anywhere from 5 to 15, maybe 20 other things happening at like all over the show.
Yeah,
but so all those have to be written. And then you play something, you're like, nah, it doesn't work. And so it's just, But you get a groove going, and it was just the way that we worked in the end. So we actually want to do something with that side of things.
Yeah. So the post that we did was really like, it was true. Like we're still planning on doing some post live hiatus releases. Like, we've got some ideas, and we'll say that for now.
Taking it back to the roots in a way as well.
Reimagining Coridian.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I guess the other thing as well, back to still the studio part, because I think this is really interesting to me, is like I guess what is it you want to get out of the studio as a musician? Because it's like and then I think it's like it's always that tension between the producer and the band members. Because like, well, this is how I thought the song went, and the producer's got their opinion, and then you're trying to. I think even as like a guitarist, like you probably found that you could be like, all right, I got to not get too lost down here, otherwise we're going to blow out the budget, and then still vocals to go. Because you got to kind of keep things in line, and it's also like trying to figure out when is the song done. How have you guys found that for yourselves? Because you guys, it's progressive rock, a lot of layers, there's a lot going on sometimes, and vocal layers, guitar layers, samples, synths. Like, how long does it? Do you guys have that like I don't know discrepancy? I don't know what the word is like. Well, like you think like, oh man, is this done yet? Like
the song is done when Zorran's like, well, that's what you paid up to.
Yeah, when the
it's when the invoice is clear. Like that's it, bro. Otherwise, gonna make another one.
when the bro says he's happy with it, that's when sometimes you're like, oh, I think that'll be okay, and he's still looking for more. Out of you or out of the more tones, and you're like, what are you doing? Oh, we're just going to put another track in here, and you're like, we're not done. It is what it is. Like you just roll with it. It's a trust thing, 100%.
And also having someone, I think, like someone like Zorran or another producer with someone who you're like, no, I trust their opinion, and we should explore all the ideas of what could be done.
Well, that's the thing though, like his ultimate trust recording, like the 2 albums and the EP with him was like, he's like, okay, so like we'll do drums first, bass, rah, and he's like got ideas for us too. And then once it gets to guitars and vocals, like we're just kind of like sitting there being like, oh, what's going to happen? But it's super exciting because you're like, oh, whoa, I did not see that little bit or the way it was going. And there's like parts that I've heard in Mike's crazy brain with Zorran at the same time in the studio that you can't even hear in the mix once it's all mastered and everything. Like you can hear like little subtle things, but when you hear like I guess a less stacked track, you're like, oh my god, that riff though. And then Mike's like, you're never gonna hear it. And I'm like, oh, but it's so good.
You would if it was taken out.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Because this is the layers, right? Of like, I remember when I did recording with Zorran, you end up like 10 guitar tracks for like one verse, and then it's like these little like sprinkles of.
Even when we got like, because we only started doing backing tracks like 5 years ago, and when we got those and we just listened to them without, and I was like, oh my god, this is insane.
Yeah. It's like having a whole orchestra.
It's like a whole new frickin' song.
Yeah, having all that backing, it's a careful balance, I guess. Like for you guys, it makes a lot of sense, and because you're a tight progressive rock band, and it's not like crazy progressive, like 7/8 to like 9/4 or crazy things. But like you gotta, I guess it's like you don't want to get too.
We got
lost
some 7/8, bro.
Oh, you got some 7/8?
yeah, we do.
Sorry about it. All right,
we got some 7/8.
Progressive.
See, we're like, I could potentially be that petty that then we could just write something just to prove them wrong.
Yeah, you
That's
can
true.
prove me wrong.
If we're not quite progressive
Let's
enough.
count out Niden right now then.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I want
you can
5
fucking
times
do
I'm going
that.
to change in one song.
I think Niden's at least 3.
Is that it?
Yeah, that goes from 7/8 to 3/4 to 4/4.
Yeah. And
But it's still 4/4 in that song?
Hell yeah, baby.
Oh,
the
Or maybe it's 6/8. We do a lot of 6/8.
the
You
last
guys do a lot of
song on the first EP. Don't ask me what the name of it is, but
Oh, Oceanic,
yeah.
the first song.
Oh, Frogs and Crossbones.
Oh yeah, that song was
tune.
whack to record.
So there, yeah, it's actually no, that's not timing changes so much as the tempo changes 3 times in the song.
yes, yeah,
Oh,
it's
tempo,
weird.
yeah, that's weird.
Tempo change like
Super
is
Because I wasn't
It was a
really
nightmare.
like click, like all the bands I played in prior to that, I wasn't really used to clicks. And then so when we went into Roundhead with Paul, this is prior to Zorran, to do Oceanic, and he was like, "You got to play to a click," and I was like, "Oh, cool."
But see, there's
do you
people
do
that there's people that don't like backing tracks. There's people that don't like clicks. But if you use them as tools, if you use them as part of we use a click, and it allows us to do things we wouldn't have been able to do before, and each to their own. But yeah, it's
But we're also weird in the fact that like
that's mean.
I have a click in my head, in my ears, and then I just play the backing tracks on stage.
Yeah.
And then Dity's got in-ears, and then Mike and Nick have just normal.
He uses in-ear monitoring, but
he uses in-ear monitoring.
That's all he's got.
He's not hearing anything. So I'm like literally commanding at the back.
You're the conductor.
Whereas, you know, like most bands, I guess, well, a lot of modern bands are just all in-ear clicks plus everything else, which is cool. I don't know, it just worked for us, right?
Yeah. I think, yeah, like you said, looking at it as a tool, something to enhance or to experiment with and to try. And for like a rock band, a modern rock band, metal band, having a click track elevates the music. Whether people like to admit it or not, it does.
I've seen videos of Chuck Norris like on YouTube, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It's fucking taking off.
Yeah. I'm like, it's like the horse at the racetrack. Hey?
It's
Like,
so
Kris got
bad.
somewhere to be. Like,
At the time, it just feels right, but when you watch it back, you're like, holy shit, he's fucking off.
Yeah,
This cunt he would be on tangents.
Yeah.
You know, like it just But
so like when we started,
people loved it, right?
Yeah. So when we started doing like the metronome and the click track, it was like, even for me, like learning it and being like, whoa, this actually like holds you back. This like gives you control. I mean, Zorran probably won't agree because he's probably like, you're always ahead or behind. But I love you, Zorran, so don't, you know. But yeah, it's the best thing I ever did. And even when I practice at home or along to like, you know, covers and stuff, I'll just do click track because it feels weird not having that annoying beeping in my ear. I'm like, oh, can you just annoy me some more? I love it. Like,
just turn it up.
Let's really ruin your groove, bro.
That's really nice. It's really nice for us. One of the first things I'll do is I'll say, let's chuck up let's sort of click for this, because then it's really difficult when you're trying to set delay.
yeah, that's hard.
And then when you've got like 2 delays, you got reverb, all that sort of stuff, and especially if it's 7 seconds or something ridiculous, and then it just doesn't stop if it's slightly wrong, and so it's this crazy like effect,
Yeah, or like if we don't do it like as soon as possible when writing a song, and then we like kind of get closer to that studio time, and everyone's like, oh, we need a click track. You put it in there, and everyone's like, what? This isn't the song.
You spend half a day trying to figure out
Why is
because
it so
everyone's like, it's
slow?
too slow, it's too fast, it doesn't work. Yeah.
Why is it so slow? Yeah.
If anyone would like some Coridian trivia, when we recorded Oceanic, a lot of those songs were written prior to Dity joining. And we had another guy named Brent singing. And when we went into the studio to record with Paul, because we had just started clicks for the first time, we actually did slow everything quite significantly down, just for me particularly to like be able to do it. So yeah, again, those songs sounded way different, a year before we recorded them.
Yeah, sure.
They got reined in.
They got reined in. Yeah.
I was going to ask Mike for your guitar tone that you use, because you've got that very like delayed, reverby guitar sound, which is kind of like iconic Coridian tone. What like really was there a guitarist or a band or an artist who kind of influenced that sound for you, or did you just kind of stumble into finding that?
It was in part, I guess, being a bit old school, not intentionally, but and like I love gear, love all the new stuff, whatever, but I just never really grasped the concept of an effects loop, and so I just ran everything through the front of my amp, and that's where you get that. That's where you get that sound from, and I actually on the last tour that we did, I actually changed it up and put everything through the effects loop, and I was like, wow, this is like this is something else. And everyone sort of looked
better or worse.
It was better, but
just
then
different?
I had to readjust because you don't get the same sound.
Sure.
So then I had to just bring all those effects right up again, because they just didn't do the same thing. So I would very carefully, but it allowed me to do things that I was always frustrated with, these sounds that I couldn't get, because they were just you go to play, say, like a melody or a lead break, and it would just be too crazy, and then running it and pulling it back through the effects loop, and you're like, oh, I can get this massive sound but still hear each note. And yeah, so after playing guitar for 35 years, I was like, you're a fucking idiot. But, you know, shit happens. But yeah, I was just like, oh, cool. Like, yeah.
Sure.
So, but that's how that sound came about, which apparently isn't as sort of is not widely used, like, you know, and that's why, yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So who was back to?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Was there an artist? No, we went deep down like guitar nerd, like the effects loop or the front of the amp. But I get it.
But yeah, so I guess then
Surely.
a lot of my playing and that sort of a lot of sounds would be influenced by Adam Jones.
Oh yeah. Cool.
I knew where he was going with that.
Yeah. Even as far back as
Toe doesn't use that sort of tone though. Like,
no, they don't.
I'm talking that clean reverb.
Sound
that you do.
Yeah. But this is just, I guess, like I couldn't necessarily pinpoint it
But he
to
likes
one.
all his bendy things and his like.
I couldn't pinpoint it to any artist in particular. I don't think.
Just what you like, that you kind of fuse those effects together and was like, yeah,
yeah,
I love it. It's a clean sound. It's very like definitive. Like when I hear that, I'm like, oh, that's Mike on the guitar.
I was just
That's
like
pretty cool.
you know, a leader of my generation, I guess.
Yeah, so there's
An
the
inspiration for a generation.
There's the edge from U2, and there's the ledge from Coridian.
The ledge.
Fuck.
He's inspired a
So
generation. Mike Raven, everyone.
Did you compare me to the Edge? Because that's
Is that
I'm
insulting?
so sorry.
it's kind of
Is that
fucked,
insulting?
mate.
Damn.
Oh well, like
Is it
depends.
insulting?
To be honest, like
80s
as far
U2.
as effects goes, that's mean.
80s
pretty
U2
cool.
is
Yeah.
pretty dope.
You just need a huge like cabinet of effects pedals to replicate what he does.
I mean, let's be honest. We're gonna hate on a band that forces their music on everyone.
never forget the iTunes album.
Yeah,
Never forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one wanted that.
So after that,
fuck it.
yeah,
I was like,
Yeah.
It's like,
It's like- why have you done this to us?
yeah. But you know, big band, and yeah, you know, lots of well, hey, you
We've
know.
had a few comparisons to U2 in like terms of theme kind of motifs. Like,
You're still talking about you too.
Mike wants to move
all right,
on.
we're moving on from
How
U2.
dare you?
We're moving on from U2.
Oh, that's well. I mean, having comparisons. Yeah,
But no,
depends on
have you listened to Mantra?
Yeah,
It was never intended to be, but that is like a pretty massive like U2 huge delay riff, right? It's like it's fucking mean as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite songs.
So I dig it. Yeah.
all right. If we can get between the two of you 5, or just how many you can remember, 5 pinnacle highlights of the band
Oh, exciting.
over the last 10 years.
You go.
Power Station.
Hell
Playing
yeah.
Power Station.
That was our sort of combined like bucket list venue. We could play at a venue
Skillet-
5 times
Skillet-
that size.
is that Skillet?
Skillet and Devilskin.
Yeah.
Thank you, Devilskin.
Twice.
We love you all.
Yeah. But that was just a
Was that twice in 1 year?
I think, yeah.
It was sick.
I remember, was it you who told me, like, I remember it was at Dougfest, you were like, oh, we peaked in 2018 or something like that.
Yeah.
It just, like, made me laugh. But
It was.
I did the
yeah.
post yesterday of 2018 because of going through memory lane on social media. And I was like looking at all the gigs and I was like, did the most amount of gigs we've ever done.
Yeah.
Did a whole bunch of internationals and played like massive shows and tours with the big New Zealand elite. Yeah.
2018.
2018,
Peak.
bitch.
Yeah.
Like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So, all right, Power Station.
Yep.
What's another one?
Parastation.
What's another
All right, pinnacle
pinnacle
moments.
highlight?
So you're doing your 5 first.
No, it can be joined, or just
Okay.
whatever. It doesn't
Well,
have any
I
numbers.
guess, like,
I'm just trying to put too much.
I don't know. Like, I feel like me getting to record drums at Roundhead twice.
Yeah,
Pretty sick.
that's mean.
Yeah, that was cool.
No, that was yeah.
What else? Oh, Meatstock.
Meatstock.
In terms of like playing a festival and feeling like you're an actual like rock god, in terms of how you're treated, and like being able to watch bands from side of stage and catering and drinks and all that thing, mental. That was sick.
You felt like rock royalty.
I did feel like a rock star for a day.
Yeah, that's
it was
cool.
nice to feel like that. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. I guess pinnacle moments. Probably Blind Faith in terms of like, so working with Z.
Yep.
I would say, I was going to say just working with Z, but like, because he has helped us to produce all that music as well.
Yeah.
But I think Blind Faith is like, I think we were talking about it before.
Yeah.
That's what kicked it off. That's what, and we wrote differently. I wrote differently after that. It elevated the band to a different place.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the song where we found our sound.
Yeah.
And that was with Z.
Yeah.
And having, that whole relationship started then. And that's where the band really kind of kicked. Yeah, exactly, like pivotal moment is literally that song.
That song, Blind Faith.
And those next however many years after that were just incredible.
Speaking of, guess what I found?
Hell yeah.
It's a bit fucking scratch. I still got it. That split. But yeah, that's sick.
It's cool that we got to do.
That was cool as fuck.
What did you call this? What did you call these?
Splits.
A split. Yeah, it was cool that we got to do a split.
Yeah.
You guys did a few splits, eh? Or just that one?
No, just that one,
Just
man.
this
Was that the
one,
only
yeah.
split?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll take it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
The only
Two
other,
completely different songs, but super dope.
I guess, like, probably a self-indulgent pivotal moment.
This was self-indulgent for me, but yeah, go on.
I mean, that's awesome. Was
that
just
was cool.
like, and you know, we probably regret it now because we're sitting on a few copies, so people please buy them. It's just cool having our album on vinyl.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
Vinyl sick.
I don't like. I was kind of like, should we do this? Should we not do this? It's expensive, but like having a vinyl is pretty cool. And I was even like talking to my workmates the other day, and I was like sending a vinyl to someone, and they're like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "It's my band," and they're like, "What?" So that's really awesome. I think that's a cool little thing. Like, you know, I want to get mine framed up and put on the wall.
Yeah, you should. You should. You should. So, all right, we got Power Station twice, Roundhead recording their drums, Finding Your Sound with Zorran,
Vinyl,
and then vinyl.
and then one more.
One more.
I don't know, man. Like, there's been some cool stuff.
Yeah, there's so much.
Any international gig in particular, or is there
Pinnacle
maybe?
moments. I mean,
what about Dougfest? Pretty
if
big.
you're gonna,
Dougfest was dope.
Dougfest was fun as fuck.
yeah, I mean, so many cool shows like that. We've only got 5. I mean, I'd say, can I compress everyone that we've met through the last 10 years into like one
Yeah, sure.
conglomeration and
Yeah,
say
yeah.
that like a pinnacle moment has been meeting all these people like yourself and like everyone that we've played with.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
like,
man.
You know,
It's
The
me.
bands and the people were like,
Yeah, so I mean, you just met so many people from all over the space.
Yeah.
Even after the band's done, you guys can still do so many other things because you've got
Yeah.
all these connections and a big network because of all the hard work and the grind you did.
yeah. I mean, you could say the same thing about, you know, like our fans or people that listen to our music, but I guess in terms of it's something that you look forward to when you're touring and having those relationships that you build with those people.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, yeah, it's pretty
yeah, and I
important,
guess
really.
it's, I don't know, it still weirds me out. It's like, and I think we kind of have to keep telling ourselves, like, because we're always like, take the piss out of our own band. I think it's probably like that classic
Yeah, Kiwi, like
Australasian tour public thing where you're like,
oh,
you're like, oh, I just played a show last night and we sold it out, or like, oh, we just got some funding, or like we just did this really cool thing with our band, and then you're just like, still a loser. But like, I think the fact that like, I don't know, I've been reflecting a bit recently, especially doing these posts. I'm like, holy crap, like that's awesome. Like we got to do some really cool shit that year, and that's amazing. And like, we're pretty stoked. But I think, like, what Mike's saying with bands and stuff like that, and crew and venue owners and people, and then like actually having, it's weird for me to say, like having fans. It's still
it's
kind
not
of
weird at this point.
But it like it weirds me out because I'm like, I guess I can't handle it. Like I'm like, wow, people like genuinely like the music you made.
And they want to listen to it repeatedly.
Yeah, and then some of them have actually become like acquaintances and friends. Like they'll message and we'll have a chat. Like Matthew from, Matthew Mottram.
From
Mockers.
Yes. Mockers Rock. Yep.
Yeah, like
he's cool.
Just people like that. I don't know. It's really cool, and I don't know. It still weirds me out. Fans. That's why I always say fans / friends.
Fans and friends. Yeah. And so I guess in New Zealand as well, because when you guys play shows in there, you get to see a lot of familiar faces when you go play. So it's almost like you're meeting up with, it's like meeting up with friends, right? It's not like, you probably don't feel that disconnected, but because it is small but tight, which is what you actually want, I think. I think having a tight community means more than, just having a lot of people, but then
and it
most
has
of them don't
been,
care.
it has been a, like, I don't know. I feel like the community is getting bigger.
It
every
is.
year.
It is. It's something on the tip of my tongue. It was Spotify streaming. Since you got with all your guys' numbers and stuff, what's been a country that surprised you with like a lot of streams outside of New Zealand?
Well,
don't say.
I haven't looked recently, but the weirdest one ever was years and years ago. It wasn't on Spotify. It was on Apple.
Ooh,
we charted in Mexico.
Charted in Mexico. How they understand?
I was like,
they do speak a bit of
that's buzzy. I don't know. Like okay, here's something funny. Spotify. C2 is our most popular song on Spotify. I don't know. It's like nearly 650,000 streams now.
Is it still on the same playlist?
It's been on the same prog rock playlist since 2020.
Wow.
Which is
5 years.
5 years
awesome.
It's just been
It just
stuck
keeps,
there.
it is. And then the thing is, it will slowly go down the playlist, and then it goes up to the top again.
What's it called? The playlist?
I think it's just called like progressive rock or prog rock.
Right.
It's like a decent.
And it's a Spotify playlist.
It's an actual proper Spotify playlist.
It's a prog rock, I think it is.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, that's cool.
Mexico, China in Mexico.
Oh,
That's
a little small, maybe for me, because I kind of did a lot of the behind the scenes band stuff. When Spotify gave us our own playlist, This Is Coridian, I was like, that's so sick. Even though Spotify, awful company and people.
Well, yeah, the
Shout out.
Yeah,
Shout out Spotify.
Spotify. Fuck you.
Everyone should get off. But I don't know. That was a little cool highlight. I was like, have we made it in Spotify now?
Because this is Coridian.
This is Coridian.
Yeah. Well. Speaking of that, what streaming service should people? What should they use, or should they just not? Or
Everyone
they
should just
go
buy-
Bandcamp?
I don't know, man. I guess Bandcamp. I
haven't heard of Bandcamp. Anyone doing that shit in a long time.
I would personally think it would be cool if we just still had CDs and vinyl again. Well, we've got vinyl, but
I've still got CDs.
yeah,
Got no CD player.
yeah, true.
I got my car CD player, but
True.
having a lot of CDs in the car now, it's like a chore.
I mean, that's the problem, mate, with the technology. Is
convenience,
it's just
it's
like,
convenient.
and then you ever wondered how, we used to carry that stuff around, and
Yep.
yeah,
Maybe they need to do like a. I don't even know. I don't know, because I feel like all the main streaming platformers are all pretty like, big tech kind of companies, right? They're not exactly like, hey, hey, we should support them because they,
No.
they care about you.
Now the CEO of Spotify said that making music like it doesn't cost anything. Quoted.
Yeah, no.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a cool guy.
Yeah,
For sure.
But that's the thing, right? Is like that. But everyone talks about, oh, it's so seedy and stuff, and it's like, well, hasn't the music industry always been seedy?
Yeah.
Because it has.
I mean, look at Motley Crue.
It's never not just them in particular, but record labels, publicists, the whole works. It's never been clean. I'm not saying that we shouldn't change it, but it's like, I know people, oh, it's so bad now. I'm like, it's kind of always was.
It's kind of funny because everyone's like, oh, at least it took it away from the big, evil, giant labels and corporations. I'm like, yes, but now we've just created more evil corporations.
We've called it tech ones, and then the playlists and the big artists are owned by the evil labels.
Yeah.
Universal Music. I think I did like a video on this like a year ago. Their profits in like Universal Music themselves up to like $10 billion a year. They're not losing any money.
And like the thing is, and I respect,
doing all right.
I respect like the bands that are like, oh, we're pulling our music off Spotify because the CEO is an asshole and supports killing children. But
I missed that part. Fuck, that's intense.
no offense to them, it's great. But like until Taylor Swift and the Foo Fighters and Bruce Springsteen, to keep it relevant because we talked about those three, until they pull their music, it's not going to hit Spotify. That dude's going to be like laughing at us. You know, like, yeah.
It's become a household name.
Yeah,
Spotify.
Man. Spotify is Netflix for music,
Yeah. Exactly. And even Tool eventually got on Spotify.
Yeah.
So what does that say?
Which was
a shock to the
good,
system. That was a shock to
yeah.
the system. I was like, wow, Maynard finally... Or if it was Maynard or the band or whatever, but I felt like it would be more him being like, all right.
well, the wine didn't do well last year. I need some money.
We got to put this on Spotify. Yeah, he's still going hard and all that stuff.
Speaking of wine,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh. Wait, what do you mean? Wine. Oh, right. Okay.
sorry,
No, all good, bro. We can cut this bit. I
Alright.
don't know what's going on.
sorry, I didn't want to interrupt the conversation.
No, you're cool. That's fine.
So we're just cutting here.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can. I don't know. I could always just chop some bits for that. I thought he was like getting out a bottle of wine. I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah, I was like, he doesn't drink
I
wine.
was like, what's going on? Oh, he's taking a piss. Oh.
Yeah,
I'm a bit slow. That's a slang I haven't
Just
heard.
should have been like-
I'm gonna take a wine.
To be like, I'm going to the toilet, bro.
Yeah, I haven't heard that slang before. I've missed out on that. Well, I'm gonna take a wine. Oh, okay, sweet. All right, Mike. No, that's cool. Yeah, holy shit. Damn. That's crazy to me, like with you guys, because I'm like, I feel like I'm kind of like embedded with you guys a little bit. That's what I feel. It's like, oh man, like
We have had like, even Nighthawk.
I opened, like I'm
Nighthawk
playing
played
you
with
guys.
us.
Like it's kind of like crazy to me on that as well. I'm like, wow, shit.
Um,
And then watching you guys grow has been like pretty wild. Because I saw you, obviously, the very beginning with no one at the shows, but I did that as well, and then just like slowly, like, but surely,
It was like that, because 2016 we did that tour with Annie Moore, and that was our second ever tour.
I thought I was a rock star on that tour. I was
That
like,
was actually
hell
like
yeah.
that was a fun tour, man. Like that, we actually like.
My memory of that though is that fucking that Hamilton gig we did. I remember you guys played, and then we played, and then everyone left, and I was like, oh, mean.
Oh,
That
really?
was so funny.
So we put you on after.
Yeah, I was like, but it was just funny to me because I was just like, oh yeah.
I think my memory of that is we did the all ages at that giant hall the night before. In
Oh
Auckland,
yeah,
and that was the most expensive show
yeah.
of
And
the tour,
Yeah,
and it bombed.
yeah, it did.
And then we played Ding Dong the next night, and it was like pretty much sold out, and it was awesome. And I was like, I'm so glad it wasn't the other way around, because God, that would have been depressing to like.
Yeah.
But we've always had that. Like every tour we've done, there's been like that one show that like
Metal bomb.
if you put it at the end of the tour, you'd be just crying, but then you somehow end on a high.
Yeah, the all ages scene has really come back. It's big now. Like I went and checked out Sprawl. I've had them on here as well. The young new metal band.
Yeah.
I was like blown away. Not just also the band's great, got a great vibe, but it was more the crowd and interaction with them and how many people really like them. You're all good, mate. Did you have a good wine, bro?
Can I go for a wine as well?
You go for a wine.
Yeah, I was literally going to piss my pants. I was like, holy fuck. It's fucking...
I would actually like to keep this in because I was just saying to Kris that like I've never heard the slang of going for a wine and you need a piss.
That was just a really bad...
Just make it up because that could be, hey, you could be a pioneer for this.
It was
one.
really bad.
This could be a viral moment.
Yeah. I was just like, fucking need to get out of here.
It's true. I don't have piss bottles by the chairs. Maybe
Let's get some more beers and
maybe
maybe I can...
there we go. And I'm gonna have another wine after that. Yeah. Oh, that's true. I was just saying to Kris before, just about the all ages scene because we talked a bit about that. We did that tour.
Oh yeah,
and we did that was that on the Anamoya tour with you guys. Well, sorry, the Coridian tour with Anamoya, and then the second to last show we did that all ages show, got the big venue, and it kind of flopped.
That's
that was at like the hall, that Ponsonby.
That's the show we lost the most money on.
Yeah,
ever. I think it was like that. Yeah, but we were like, oh well, we wanted to do it, but yeah, we lost quite a bit of money.
But I was just saying to Kris before, like how now like the all ages scene's like absolutely going off. It's real weird. It's just like I was talking about the band Sprawl and like how like they've like done really well and how these all ages shows now are just like sold out every time at Big Fan.
Yeah, there was there's another one. Tuning Fork, the ones that we've done at the Tuning Fork that have been all ages, like fantastic shows.
Crazy.
Like in terms of like attendance and like just people are really into it, so and that's I guess a good thing about having a bunch of different bands, some younger bands,
different age groups,
age groups and stuff. It everyone just sweet. All becomes like the same in the end, right?
Yeah, well, exactly. It's just
good music's good music, and so.
Now you guys have always been very like supportive of like up and coming bands and having all kinds of different genres. I mean, like even like I remember back with like Anamoya, like we're like a metal band. And then it was like you guys, and then you guys would be on like heavy gigs, or alternative gigs, indie gigs, kind of just did them all, acoustic, all sorts of stuff. So no, it's like it's I guess New Zealand. One of the things I really liked about like with what you guys did, because I feel like there was a period of time I remember when I first got into the scene, and there was still like quite a split of like the rock bands and then the metal bands, and then I feel like it's just that's gone now, which is great.
Yeah,
but like there was still a bit of that going on, maybe like 2000s, early 2010s ish.
I think one of my favorite gigs we did, I think was when we first kind of started playing with Pull Down the Sun quite a lot.
Yeah,
and they had a gig, and it was like them, us, maybe Crooked. And there was a death metal band from Christchurch, and sorry for forgetting their name.
Did that come up the other day? I saw it somewhere, and it was a really good lineup.
It was like, it started with the death metal band, and then I think us, and then Crooked, and then Pull Down. And it was like, obviously different varieties of metal, and then a rock band, kind of progressive rock band. And like, just, everyone was just like, this is a vibe, man. And like, and all the bands are like, saying to each other like, "Oh, I love your music," because that's the thing is like we love death metal, we love hardcore, we love all the genres. Like,
but we'd been
good music's good music.
We'd been kind of messing around with the concept of with Chuck Norris of just like being like, "Hey, we like this artist or this band or whatever," because we'd have quite often just solo artists coming on our bill, and we were kind of just like, it'll work, but it's completely like left field sort of, and we just continued that, and we were like, yeah, they're heavier than us, but then that would sort of inspire us to put on a really good show, so that no one could argue that you guys aren't heavy enough to be here or whatever. We'll just make people think, oh, they were really, really good, even though they're not as heavy, whatever. Like, we just kind of get away with it. And so we slowly, from Chuck Norris into Coridian, we introduced like this concept of just playing with bands that we liked, not necessarily bands that worked with us. I mean, a lot of people do that, you know, but it wasn't necessarily to do with the music. It was more about...
I felt like that wasn't as accepted.
The people.
I felt like that wasn't as accepted for a while. But but now it's just like, you'll go to... Unless it's like a throwdown night, which obviously it's like hardcore bands or whatever, but if it's just like a gig of a band, it's like, you'll get a bit...
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with, like, obviously, you know, of course, like hardcore gigs, hardcore bands, but... And the same with anything, but... Yeah, it was just kind of a way to give people a different experience too when they come to our shows, and then they'll be like, "Oh, I wouldn't normally listen to that," or they come to our shows and goes, "I didn't like that," and that's
always the thing with like,
fuck is this?
That's always the thing. Also, of like, if I reckon with most people with like heavier music and that is like, I'm like, go watch it live. Like, or even like rock music. Like, your guys' recordings are amazing and great to listen to, but live, it's like, it's a whole different thing.
It's bigger and
like with rock music in general, it's made for the stage more of it. I mean, recording's great, but it's made for the stage.
Yeah,
100%.
I agree with that. Like, but at the same time, like, I've been lucky to like getting into like the side thing of like reviewing albums in musical net. And, like, I think a big thing that I've found is, like, you'll listen to the album and you're like, or the EP, and you're like, whoa, like, these guys actually, like, when you can capture some of that live energy.
If you can,
But it's, like, beautifully produced. Like, perfect.
For sure.
Like, and I think a lot of bands are doing that. And it's, like, I think you've even brought it up before, like, with the younger bands now, like, they're going back to probably what we were doing when we were younger, where they're like not necessarily recording to sound perfect. We probably did it because we couldn't afford it, but they're like, hey, you know what, this sounds cool. Like, it's more authentic and like there's got like a live raw feel, and we were just doing it because we couldn't afford all the bells and whistles. But when you can pick that, you can get that perfect balance between like the live energy and it's well produced. I think it's perfect.
Yeah, and I think the other thing as well is like talking about trends and stuff is like that overproduced, too clean, too perfected. Like, that's just not cool anymore, you know? Because that was, I think the music industry was trying so hard to get there, and then it did, and then it was like, and then people were like, I'm over this now. I want emotion, you know? And now that we're in we're in a really digital tech era, fucking AI, fucking all that stuff. And I think now it's like with music, it's like, I don't want too much tech in my music, I guess. I don't know how else to put it, but...
Well, we were lucky because I think the way we've done it is that, you know, like, we can still play without anything. And sometimes, depending on who's mixing us, you might not even hear that many backing tracks at all.
And there's been times where...
But it doesn't take it away, right?
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Your guys' sound is big enough. Like, the everything together is big enough to make do. It's just like a bit of icing on the cake, I guess, you know?
But I think that's really important. It's like, if you can confidently play your music without any extras, you know, that's going to shine through. And that's not like taking away from bands that do, like, because they do that because they want to. But I think that was always a nice little, icing on the cake for us, is like, if the laptop blew up and I couldn't hear anything, we can still play the songs.
You don't need to do the Ronnie Radke being like, guys, the tour's over.
Yeah, exactly.
that was funny.
Exactly.
That was funny.
But it happens all the time, right? Something happens, you just turn it off and keep going.
I get way too excited.
You got to adapt.
And no one's any wiser. Like, what happened? What?
We normally end most of our sets with Seed or Blind Faith, and I'm like been warming to the songs all night, and I just get way too excited, and then I'm like, I'm so out. Stop.
Yeah.
So it still happens. Like,
that's fun. I've experienced that in bands as well. Like, I've been like, fuck it. Like,
but they're like, but they don't even know until I tell them at the end. They're like, I was like, sorry guys, I stopped the song halfway through, and they're like, didn't what? Okay.
But it's like raw emotion or whatever. Fuck, it's all good.
It's quite funny though when we do Seed though, and it's like that little guitar bit at the end with my drum beat. It's just no guitar anymore.
Oh yeah, when I stopped playing and just because I got lazy and just started using the backing track for that bit, and I was like, it gives me a bit of a break or whatever.
Yeah.
And then if it's out with him though, it's
It's just me. I'm soloing.
I'm on Smoko now. Mike's on Smoko back in track.
Yeah.
It's fucking funny. One band I remember I watched live who did the backing tracks really well. They did it in between their songs. Was Silverstein. I saw them play at Whammy ages ago now, but they did have these little bits in between their songs, and just added a bit extra. Like it's not empty, but it was nice. But then they go into their hardcore, melodic hardcore pop, post hardcore, whatever it is, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, But then you'll see, I've said this on the podcast before, but I'll just say it for the millionth time. I think the worst one I saw was probably 21 Pilots. It was just ridiculous. I'm like, you guys may as well just not play.
Yeah.
It was just at a point where I'm just like, you guys can afford a band.
Yeah.
Come on.
Get some musicians.
Guys, you can do it. You can afford it, I saw, and then, because with those big pop artists, it's interesting, you can tell who, I don't know, who are the ones who really care about those sorts of things. Kendrick Lamar is one. He really cares. He has, a whole band play. Have you seen, I've seen videos like Mad City and those songs. Fucking sick. Even if you don't like hip-hop, it's just really cool. Or, I saw Bruno Mars, again. I was
Bruno Mars is
I know.
He's kind of a bit. He's got that Prince vibe.
But that's when.
But he's amazing.
Yeah.
Whether you like the music or not, the dancing.
No, that's what I mean.
He's
got that. He's got that vibe of Prince, where he's not just a singer. Mm-hmm. He's everything.
He's a
but that's
absolute music.
That's
music
the
period.
point. That's the point where you were saying before about when we're live, it's bigger. It's how it's meant to be. When you hear artists like that, if they're good, that's what happens. And you hear something and you're like, oh yeah, this is not what I normally listen to. But when you hear them live with a band and you're like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's I don't even know who this dude is, but it sounds really, really good. And then you can go and listen to their music and you think, oh, pretty sure,
it was better live.
Yeah.
It was better when I saw it on
or
stage.
you might like it, but it's definitely, I've been challenged by that sort of thing before. And even like Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran's awesome.
It was like
we saw him live.
That's
you got to respect it.
Yeah, he's a good performer. That's
he's fantastic.
He's a great songwriter. But I reckon he's a better songwriter than a performer.
But when I've heard his stuff, when I've heard his music, and I'm like, whatever. And then I saw him live, and I was like, this is cool.
This is awesome.
You know?
It's same with
who ripped him off with the loop pedals.
It's same with T Swift though.
Yeah,
my missus got me onto T Swift, and I'm converted, bro.
Yeah.
But you watch her.
What are the fans called? What are their names?
Swifties,
that's it.
But you watch.
Kris
I'm
Raven's
probably
a
not.
Swiftie.
Okay, I'm a Swiftie. Okay, but you watch her. I think she did a 3-hour freaking live show that she released, Eras or whatever it's called. Her band is insane.
Yeah.
Every member of that band is not only ridiculous at their instrument.
It's like what happens when you got money. If we had money, I'd get a new drummer that stays in time.
We don't need a click track.
Yeah. Now we've got a fucking decent drummer.
But no, T Swift's drummer.
Well, that's what you'd hope for, I guess. It's it's always happens with hip hop as well. It's a different genre entirely. But for me, as soon as the band homebrew bring out a band, I'm like, this is already the best hip hop group I've ever seen. Yeah. Already.
Hard.
Rather than just obviously there's different types of DJing, but when it's obviously they're pushing play on the track and then whatever. Yeah. I think one of the most disappointing ones I watched was Eminem. So, again,
you seen him live?
Yeah, ages ago.
Wasn't good.
He just chopped an Eminem show. In my view, I thought it would be a Foo Fighters show, 2 hours. He's got so many hits.
That's a lot of words.
There's a lot of words, but it was 40 minutes.
Yeah, but he's doing
I know, but then
40 minutes of words is 10 hours of actual words.
That's true.
You can say what you want, Mr. Words. It's not the way it works.
That's true.
He's shortchanged.
He should play an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But the other thing was the amount of backing tracks. But what also weirded me out about that gig was there was a girl who was singing. This is at Western Springs, by the way, and she was just there to pretend to be Rihanna, I think.
Or Dido.
Nah, it was Rihanna. It was that what's it?
Oh, that's a great song.
Love the Way You Lie. That's right.
That's a good song.
But then it was oh no, that's not Rihanna. Oh, anyway.
That is Rihanna.
Love the Way You Lie.
Love the Way You Lie.
That is.
That's Rihanna.
Anyway, what was the other one I'm thinking of? Well, What was on the Dr. Dre? that they like did together later on. I've forgotten the name of it. My point is that they didn't need to like bring these extra people on and then make them try and convince the audience that they're singing when there's a backing track going on.
Yeah, but that's when you got to look at your mixing guy, right? Your sound guy.
Yeah.
Like, let's try and make it look a bit realistic. Let's not Ashley Simpson this.
Yeah, but it's just things like that. Like when you got that much, I mean, whatever. If Eminem's just like, hey, there's just another day on the job, but you don't come to New Zealand much.
It's when as musicians will pull this shit apart forever.
I know.
Are they
100%.
As the general populace kind of?
Do they care?
Yeah,
That's the ultimate question because
and therefore, as Eminem's production team been like, oh fuck this, who cares?
Fine.
Like,
yeah, who cares?
Yeah,
like, you're 100% right. But
that's the crazy thing though, is that like back in the day, because we're old, Ashley Simpson and Jessica Simpson, whoever came out and they did the lip sync thing.
Oh, Saturday Night Live.
And they got destroyed, right?
Yeah, they did.
Like, everyone
I
hated
remember
it.
that. Mm-hmm.
That happens now, and everyone's like, oh, don't be so mean to them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Do you not have a talent? Should you not be like... I don't know. I feel like we're a little bit like, oh, no, you don't have to be good anymore.
I've heard the argument that...
But everyone just pretends to be nice. That's the thing. That's the thing. People
but potentially, if the I don't know about Ashley Simpson or whoever you're talking about, but if the dancing is on point, then you're like, okay, you can't do both these things.
No.
So if they're lip syncing, but their dance is like crazy good, then I guess it's one of the two.
Still
But,
being entertainment.
but like lip syncing,
Yeah, it's not. It's like music.
Bullshit.
It's like when you look at like K-pop groups are like this. It's like the image and the fashion, the costumes, the set, the videos, and then the music. Like the music is like that's at the back. Like that's not the focus of, and that's a lot of pop music, right? But like it depends on. It really depends on like if it's the artist, the musician, like what is. Is this like is this a band? Is it an artist with like, a lot of musicality, a lot of that going on? Or is it like, this is a commercial pop gig and the vibe is more about the story and like the members and it's not, it's almost like wrestling. Like, it's like, it's not really about the wrestling. Sorry, WWE, what I'm talking about. So it's more like the performance rather than the actual skill of the wrestling. Yeah, so I feel like with pop shows, it's kind of like that.
Okay,
at times,
that's
not
an
all the time.
interesting way to look at it, though.
But that's kind of not all the time. Obviously, like I say Bruno Mars, that's not that.
No.
But then you watch someone maybe like it's like with an Eminem show like that. Eminem is insanely talented, and incredible, the GOAT. But for that live show, I was like,
yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah.
I guess it's your expectation, eh? Like that's one person who didn't lip sync was Ozzy Osbourne, who sadly passed away.
Actual GOAT.
That was sad.
Mad
that
GOAT.
was,
but I was like, you made it to 76. I was like, wow. And Hulk Hogan died. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's also 71. I'm like, I saw a great meme of this. It's like, do lots of drugs and play rock and roll. 76, go to the gym. 71. But
yeah.
But let's be honest, Hulk Hogan did heaps of coke probably back in the 80s. So tit for tat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe he did more drugs than Ozzy. We don't know.
He picked the wrong week to go, though.
Yeah, he did.
You know,
The steroids.
It was Ozzy's week.
Ozzy's just made out of something different, yeah.
Oh, and
but yeah, what a legacy.
And Move from Fat Freddy's as well. So that's pretty close to home, pretty big loss there. But
I didn't know that one. Was that just the last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
He was he was the rhythm of Fat Freddy's.
Yeah.
Founded
100%.
Fat Freddy's.
Yeah. I always forget how old that band is.
Yeah.
They've been around for
mid
a while.
mid 90s.
Oh, late 90s, I think.
Yeah.
Late 90s, yeah.
But I mean, like they're huge. Like you forget how huge that
I
band
think
is.
I do forget. I got a funny story about Fat Freddy's. I just remembered they played at Northern Bass one year. And I like just called it like Fat Freddy's Drop the Bass because all the sound mixing is done for DJs.
Yeah.
So just the kick drum and like the bass is just turned up to shit.
Yeah.
So forget about the guitars, the horns, even the vocals are in there. It's like boom. And I'm just like, that's Fat Freddy's going dubstep. What's going on?
That was also a bucket list moment. Playing. Well, that Meatstock show, there was Devilskin, Cora, and Shapeshifter. And we're all massive fans of all those bands. Mm-hmm. And that was mental. So
Cora's sick.
Yeah.
I saw them live,
Yeah.
and I was like, no expectation. And I remember I saw them at Rim and Vines once, and I was like, wow, that was way more like grit than I imagined. I think the guitarist, what was that band called? Heavy Metal Ninjas?
Heavy Ninjas. We saw them. They opened for Animals as Leaders at King's Arms.
That's mean.
That was sick, and they actually had masks on.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But I remember like the guy from that was in them, and I saw that like the 8-string. I saw the 8-string come up for Cora. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought it was gonna be some reggae or whatever. But
It's so cool. Like, their
that's
band's
cool.
just got like this crazy like little revolving door. Like they just have people coming in and out.
Oh,
It seems.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. Well, yeah. Especially like Shapeshifter. I mean, that's a awesome stage production. And then also Teke Tane doing the sound. I watched a good, awesome video quite a while back about how he does the sound mixing for them. Because all analog gear that he uses, which is real buzzy when you think about it for an electronic rock band. But
Shapeshift is completely analog.
it's all analog.
It's so sick.
That's crazy that it's all analog.
Like real drums, real actual like Moog synthesizers and stuff.
That's another band that I was surprised with how long they've been around. Late 90s as well.
Late 90s.
That's
I mean, that's another just a pointless point or a good point. I don't know. The fact that we still use analog gear, but and Nick's one of the only bands. The only bass player, like we went on this tour,
Nick's
and
his
there was
own
no
band.
other bass players. We're like, fuck, what a loser! Like, and so he was hauling around like all this gear just for him and no one else. You know, like he kind of often share everything. And
So
I think I was the only one that had a guitar amp, though. To be fair, we were the only ones that had actual amps.
So there's
Yeah.
this great photo that people can find online. Clamus, LED, and Pull Down. They did a tour, and none of them have a bass player. And they're all incredible, and we're good mates with all of them. And Nick Raven decided at their Auckland gig that he would get up on stage when they did their group photo at the end of the tour to celebrate their 4 shows around New Zealand. Nick Raven decided that he would be in there as the bass player for all of them.
just like I got no bass player.
It's like the fill-in bass player. Yeah.
So good. Yeah.
Classic Nick Raven.
But
antics.
yeah, that has been interesting. Like, I think when we played at that North Lane Rock Monsters show,
Oh yeah, I remember when you played on that.
that was sick.
Oh,
but
I would've
we
loved
were,
to have gone to that.
we were literally the only band that had a bass player and the only band that played through cabs.
Well, no, there's cabs, but
Oh, sorry, like
Amps, whatever, sorry.
Yeah,
Using like an analog amp head. Yeah.
analog amp heads, and yeah, not everything was completely to the desk either. So like
Yeah.
that was that was interesting.
I think it's back to Mike's point before about like even digital analog, like using it as tools, like because when you get the experience, you can find out which one suits you more, like for different applications, right? Like for example, like even in the studio, obviously we're recording onto a computer, but then it's like, oh, we record onto tape, but it's way more natural and this that. But maybe the sound on tape, maybe it's just not as great as the digital one, or vice versa. It depends on the band or the application that you're doing altogether. But I think it's just knowing what it sounds like. Because even like who's one of those? Is it Max? What's his name? Max? Who's the one who does all like the big pop artists, like the big recording engineer? I want to say it's Max Martin, but I might have made that up. Is it Max Martin? He's done like Britney Spears, Katy Perry, like all the biggest artists, some of the biggest songs done in the last 20 years. But he did like a video, I think it was him, and then he just showed like how all of the songs still have heaps of like tape plugins on them. And it's like, oh, interesting. So people still use a lot of, even like hip hop or pop, like regardless, it's still using tape emulation of some sort. So it's like, interesting. So we're not completely past that. But yeah, I think,
Well, I don't even think we're past it at all, man. Like, if you can afford analog, people are still going to do it.
I think so. I still I still really enjoy like being it, like even when I get my pedals out, I'm like, oh, this is fun, like this is cool. But then and even like a good amp head. Though I was trying to sell my Hughes and Kettner amp head, but I haven't had much luck. I'm like, you want to buy one for $2,000? I was like, fuck that. Let's get a Kemper, or just use my computer.
But and then on the flip side, like we like using, you know, like Kempers and all that stuff when we're recording, and yeah,
And like hybrid drum kits.
Hybrid drum
electric kit
kits
with
and-
the real cymbals.
yeah,
Why not?
and we use that to our advantage, so that we didn't have to spend a huge amount on another studio to record drums in.
Yeah,
So we
I'm still
hybrid
playing.
kits and so
Is there much of that bias anymore? Of like, I don't think people care enough anymore about.
Don't-
Are you actually
don't
playing?
think so.
I
I mean,
feel like that's gone.
it's all just a personal preference. Now
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh yeah, cool, but no, I prefer to do it like this.
I've
I
had
mean,
heaps
it's
of chats
pretty.
with like lots of bands that like I'll be like, your EP was awesome, bro, and he's like, yeah, we just programmed the drums. I'm like, well, I couldn't really notice.
Yeah, couldn't tell.
And like you play it live, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, still nailing it. Still sounds
Like-
great, but
Like, and again, because we know that like certain bands, like you got a budget and that's it, and like unless someone's giving you a whole bunch of money, that's
I mean, yeah, if you can
It's
back
like-
yourself up, is when people can't back themselves up. You're like,
yeah,
maybe you shouldn't have,
yeah.
But
yeah, too much fake it till
Maybe
you
you
make
should have
it.
done that triple double kick the way you did it, because you're not going to play that live.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, speaking of that, like budgeting and that, because you guys have, been working as well while
Yeah.
doing the band. Hasn't just been the band.
Yeah.
So, tell me about balancing that. What's
Yeah.
that been like?
Well, it's been a lot easier lately because we only do a few gigs.
A few gigs a year.
Well,
I mean, it's hectic, right? Really, like,
Oh, and you got kids as well, so yeah,
But-
that's another side of that as well.
well, we did
Yeah.
get to a point though. Like I think pre-COVID, we took us years, but we got to a point where our band was self-sufficient. So all the money coming in just paid for everything except probably the last album. And then same with we had to build it back up again. But like most of the time, the band is paying for accommodation, flights, travel, food, drinks, etc. But that took a long time to get. And when we got it, we were like, cool, let's make the most of that. But it's hard.
I mean, it's mainly just time. That would be,
The biggest
what
investment.
you sort of struggle to. Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Especially the older you get, more
Like,
responsibilities.
Yeah. I mean, happy to give the time to the band or vice versa, but struggling it is like, but it's, just do it, eh?
How much do you want it? That's something I talk about a bit
Yeah.
with a lot of people on here. Is like, how much do you want it? How much are you willing to invest in the time, money? It depends on your expectation of return. Because everyone got. I feel like. I don't know. Just there's sometimes romanticized thinking of like what the return's going to be when I made like 5 TikToks and they've all got like a few hundred views. Why the fuck am I not famous now? Or like I made one song. Why has it not gotten onto Spotify playlists? I put out a video like this, that, and the other, right?
Dude, 2018, post-COVID, last couple of years, it was literally like we did not think about anything else in our lives. Yes, we went to work, but we were barely like, we're just doing it to hold it together.
Yeah, hold the band
It
together.
was like, do you want to do a show? Yes. Do you want to do that tour? Yes. Do you want to do a video? Yes. Do you want to try and get this money? Yes. We just did. It wasn't even a question. No one even was like allowed to. Well, they were obviously allowed to say no, but no one said no.
Yeah.
It was just like boom, 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 boom. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Momentum. And we didn't stop for like several years, and then we got stopped, and then we tried to build it back up again. Got to a certain point, and then that's when we kind of, after like, I don't know, 8-9 years, went, maybe we should look at life a different way. And it just naturally fell that way. People had kids. People were like, oh, I should probably like put some more thought into my job. Not that they didn't. You know what I mean. But it was just things changed. The mindset changed. But we really spent 5, 6, 7 years just being like the band.
Yeah.
And I think you have to do that. Like it's your relationship. It's crazy.
Yeah, because it's a lot to, I think, for like the work of it as well. Because even like it's the way that you guys go about the band and how much effort you put in. I mean, that's the same with anybody who tries to start anything, whether it's in business or whatever. It's the same thinking in a way. And even like for me, when I've worked with some people, and I want to start this. I'm going to build this community. Like 'cause I work in marketing, so I meet people that I want to start this sort of thing, and they're like, oh, but I'm a bit nervous about it. And then they'll be like, because I do my business, and they're like, oh, like, well, what is it? And I'm like, what should I think about? And I'm like, to be honest, be prepared for no one to care, no one to really support. I mean, some people will support you, but you're gonna have to do everything every day. It's always on.
Be
And
prepared, be prepared for your wife or your partner to be like, dude, I'm sick of talking about your band.
that as well. But it's always on. Like there's not a day off really.
No.
It's every day.
Yeah.
And I think that's the part where people like can't. There's people who can, but I just feel like the majority like struggle with that. It's like the discipline of like it's every day. It's every day.
Yeah, I mean, like for Mike, like he's obviously one of he's the main songwriter. Like that's a lot of pressure. For me, I'm doing like the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah,
like
you're doing all
media,
you're like the
bookings.
band manager.
Manager, yeah. That's a lot of things. Like everyone's got their role.
That's it's a massive job. And like
But everyone's
in 2018, you would have been spending like hours and hours and hours, comparatively, like almost to like your full-time job.
Yeah.
Like managing, organising shit.
40-hour work week.
It's fucking
and then
mental.
40 hours on the band.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the kind of thing.
And you can't go prepared to do that, like, and that's even just prior to being a content creator in terms of like.
Yeah, that's before that.
That's
that's just all the emails and trying to network and going to, putting in the effort to even
And
go.
we were lucky; we could do stuff in house, like Dity's an artist.
But like Dity was making all those videos.
He's made
like
the videos. He's done merch. He's done
yeah.
he's done our albums. He's done like. All that stuff.
So that was like a massive amount of work on top of whatever he was, wherever he was working, and then,
So it was a lot of like everyone was committed for years, and didn't, and it was like, oh, do you want to go on holiday? No, I can't. I got a gig.
Yeah.
All those things. Like we talk about it now, and we're like, oh, I can actually go away this year.
Yeah. You actually have some personal time.
Like Mike's like, hey guys, I actually want to do this whole other thing. Can we take a break? Yes. 2 years ago, absolutely not.
No.
Not happening.
You're
mate.
committed to this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's like I try and bring that subject up more on this podcast or just we're talking to other people because I just think like, I don't know. It's always the end result that people will see. But no one wants to talk about the actual middle grind of like every day you're doing this. I'm working on, I don't know, networking and social media and that. Mike working on songs every day. Like it's not just, and that's with balancing life and responsibilities as well. So
and again, we're old school in the fact that like we're not a band that necessarily sends like wave files of riffs to each other. We literally get in the practice room once a week and write and play and jam for like 2, 3, 4 hours a week, and we've done that for 10 years nearly. So it's like, that's the extra thing as well. It's like,
Yeah.
how long did it take? Because you started playing guitar. How old were you when you first picked up the guitar?
11, 10 or 11.
What drums?
like 13.
13. So how long did it take for you guys to actually jam together?
Literally like not that long after I picked up drums.
Right.
He was like, because our no, you showed me a Sepultura song. I remember in the garage, and you were like, play this Tom Phil, and you started playing a riff.
So, if Kris was 13, I was 7 years older, 8 years older, 7 years. So, when I started playing, I wasn't jamming with these guys because they're 8, 9 years young, or 7, 9 years younger, whatever. But then, well, I would have been,
like 18.
like 18, 19, something like that. And then, just coming and being like, oh, you guys be able to have a jam then. And there was always a kit set up. There was always guitars and amps and stuff. So I'd go around to their place and just like, sweet, you could just jam anytime. So, yeah.
Because like me and Nick were in a band together, like a punk band. We did Rock Quest together, and then I went away, and then came back, and I joined Mike's band. Going a while.
So we played in Battle of the Bands at Lincoln Green.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And we were in different bands.
Oh yeah.
So like, that was pretty funny because
The Ravens were split.
Yeah.
But we've always like for years and years we're always like I was either in one.
I was like 2003.
I was either in a band with Mike or I was in a band with Nick, and at one point I was in a band with both. And then the Chuck Norris thing happened, and like probably, I think, me, Mike, and Nick put together a covers band for like a one-off show, and we were like, oh, this is cool. And then we just started jamming originals, and Chuck Norris was like 2010, so like 15 years ago. And then we just jammed a whole bunch, and then we started playing like at Mike's mate's house on like Friday nights. And then all these people just started turning up. It was sick.
We just play at these parties in one of those old sunken lounges, but it had the floor over that. Someone had put a floor over the top of it. So this old sunken lounge, and it was in like this massive octagon-shaped house with a banister going all up above us. So there's people like watching from the top.
Oh, that's cool, lad.
Yeah, it was, and we used to have play some pretty big shows, and there'd be like shows/parties, but like really like high end kind of parties, not just a shitty party. It was it was like good, like well set up, like
That was
like
proper gear.
yeah, and people
professional party.
I don't know how to They
was awesome.
were mean shows.
We
They were mean shows.
like pretty sure we did we made an EP and we did an EP release party at that house. Like, and 100 people in this house.
That's sick.
It was awesome. And then and then Chuck Norris was like, oh, I think one day we're like, oh, should we get a singer? And then that's pretty much where it went from.
Yeah, that's buzzy though. Like eventually coming together to like jam, but then to make a band.
Yeah,
all together.
So effectively, me, Mike, and Nick have been in one band for 15 years.
Yeah,
and then Dity did some guest vocals on Altered States. And we wanted him to join the band when I was in Altered States, and Nick had just left Altered States. And then Dity was like, yeah, I like Altered States, but I like Chuck Norris more. And then he was like, we're like, cool, come along.
And then the rest is history.
And that was it.
Damn.
Yeah. And it just worked. It just, gelled real quick. So that was cool. Really.
Band chemistry, like, how's, like, I mean, being in a band's like being in a marriage. But you guys are brothers, so that's a bit incestual, but it's more like managing, like, I don't know, I don't know what it's like making music with a sibling. Do you think like you're more connected, more in line with each other?
Musically, 100%.
Yeah.
I feel like there'd be something in that. There must be a study on this somewhere.
We get a lot of like people will say to us like,
more in tune with each other.
You guys like just they say
there's definitely like this like telepathy sort of stuff. Like we can just play like pick a genre and we'll just start playing and someone will just start playing along and be like, oh yeah, sweet. I kind of know where you're going with this. It's like not necessarily like amazing at doing it, but it's just the way that everyone picks up on it and goes, oh yeah, cool, we'll do this, but makes it sound good. So it's not like we're fucking amazing at doing anything necessarily, but it's the way that we do it that everyone's like, what the fuck? How do these guys just kind of, just in tune with each other? And it's, I
can see why Hanson got so famous.
Don't even...
Fuck. No, he's right though. Sorry, I ruined that.
Yeah, you did.
But he's right.
Just fucking fuck off to Invercargill.
It's all Kris's fault. No,
I'm sorry.
Damn, guys. Tell me your feelings. No, don't. Bottle it down. We're in New Zealand. Far out. Like, it's a long time to play together. Regardless of Coridian, like, just before that as well. I just can't even know if... Because I played with, like, Scotty. Like, we played on each other's projects for quite a while. But that's probably, like, 5 years-ish, on and off. But, like, But that was a funny one, because I played with him, and I remember I first jammed, and I was like, oh, this dude's, like, 10 years older than me. Like, we'll see how we go. And then I was like, oh, turns out we're pretty similar. So, and then you just gel... You know, I haven't been able to found someone like that since. I don't know if you guys probably like that as well. Like if you jam with other people, it's like, oh, it's not don't feel like it's as in tune or connected, I guess.
Oh, we'll find out.
I
mean, Nick's got his band.
Yeah, new band.
Nick's got Crywolf. Shout out Crywolf.
Yeah. A bit of nepotism I heard got them on the gig.
And then
Yeah.
it sounds like Dity's potentially got some stuff that he's working on.
It's good that you guys are still going to keep doing music, though. I think it's good.
I don't think we could not do music. I don't think it's
A life
for me,
without it
it's
would
not
be.
like possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be back at some point in some form or another.
Yeah. Like I've said, like in the socials, it's a hiatus. It's not forever. So we will do something eventually.
Dity and the Ravens. Gonna rename it. I've still got that band name in my head after all these years.
I did you come up with that?
I can't.
I don't know
remember
who came up with that,
I
but-
can't remember who came up with
It was like
But that was always
Alex from Skinny Hobos,
Yeah.
maybe.
Sounds like
I feel that's some,
that could be something he said.
yeah,
Dity and the Ravens.
yeah.
Yeah. A really terrible 1980s tribute band or something.
Tribute your own stuff. Tribute band to yourself, but change the name.
No, we only do like
Mean.
ABBA, but like the singles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stuff no one knows.
Yeah.
But Chris knows it because he's into shit music.
Pre-singles ever. Damn, that's some niche, bro.
Yeah,
That's,
don't
some
even-
that's real niche.
To be
He
fair, I don't-
completely knows what he's talking about right now.
Random
And,
as.
yeah.
That just reminded me of something that blew my mind. So when I had that band Sprawl on here, and they're talking about new metal music, they're only like teenagers. So I'm like interested, like why they vibe with it so much. And then we were talking about different bands, and they mentioned Snot, and I was like, you guys know Snot. This
I remember
niche-
that conversation.
I was like, my mind was blown. I was like, how the fuck do you know this niche band? Crazy. From that, what? You have an epiphany?
We know Snot.
He
Yeah.
never heard Snot before, and he was like maybe 8 or 9 or something. I was like, you need to check this band out.
So, you know,
And he's like, who's this? He's like, who's this? And I said, that's me. And he's like, what? And I was like, yeah, no, this is my band. And he's like, oh my God, this is amazing. And I was like,
Classic little brother.
and then while I was like, nah, this is Snot, bro. Fucking sick ass.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's crazy that people know that band. Like,
But it's like the TikTok effect of what gets like, I don't know, what was it, rebirthed or like revitalized back in circulation.
But
I
they've
just
been
I just
playing though
buzz
as
out.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well
'cause they're
they've got
back now.
With the new
because they've
single,
gotten viral, and I'm like,
Yeah.
out of all the bands, it's not got viral. Like, but
I think,
I mean,
like,
good on
Snot-
them. It's
but
awesome,
Snot
but I'm
was
like,
one
it
of
just
those-
trips me up.
Snot was one of
Yeah.
those bands that like they were on the cusp of success.
Yeah, and then the member,
Like
the
that
lead
album
singer
was
died,
like
yeah.
effectively like that was going to take them to Limp Bizkit status effectively,
Yeah.
hypothetically, and then it got taken away. So I can kind of see that. Like if they were just a band that played one show opening for Limp Bizkit in 1995, that would be weird. But they were like that close. Yeah.
To getting like that big, yeah. But it's just so buzzy to me. Like the bands that stand the test of time or artists and what people like remember now, like what's carried through.
Well, I still
Like
find
Limp Bizkit's cool, which is also funny to me.
but the thing is, I mean,
Yeah. I love that
thought
band.
Limp Bizkit was cool since $3 Boy or when Mike showed
Yeah.
me the CD, and then I started playing drums in 2000 when John Otto said take it to the Matthews Bridge,
Oh
and I
man.
said yes, John, I'll take it to the Matthews Bridge,
Can you feel it though?
and then I could feel it, and it was my generation.
And then when DJ Lethal bring it on, it was like,
Yeah.
I'm sold. Say less.
Yeah, and more people should be upset that there was a brief moment in time when DJ Lethal wasn't in Limp Bizkit. Because how can you have Limp Bizkit without DJ Lethal?
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not upset.
Just a little bit. That was sad.
Well, you know Wes Borland's quit Limp Bizkit like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's I watched a performance of them doing break stuff. Was it in Brazil this year? It's like 100,000 people.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. That's awesome, but it's just like buzzes me out that I'm like, wow, people
I
still
think, like-
vibe with that so much.
Yeah, well, I think like you can't take away. Oh, I guess nostalgia's in, right?
Nostalgia's cool.
Yeah.
Well, what's that recent back to Spotify? But back the Spotify stats come out that the like music pre 2010 is like still more popular than like the last 15 years on Spotify. So older music gets more streams than new music in general.
Well, I mean, you just got to look at New Zealand radio. They play Guns N' Roses. That's like 1,000 years old, and they. I reckon the Rock are like, oh, let's play it more.
Let's keep playing it. Let's double
Love
down.
Gunners, mate.
Yeah, we'll play
Yeah.
Welcome to the Jungle 3 times in one day.
Yeah.
It's like sick.
Yeah.
I haven't touched the radio in a while.
No, neither.
But it's interesting to like. But yeah, it's still held. Like I think out of Auckland, people still listen to it a lot. From what I heard, I talked to like the Boondock Boys about it because they're on it, and then they'll say like they like people outside of Auckland still like the Rock is one of the it still gets quite a lot of listenership. So I'm like,
Well, that's another
I'm like
thing is-
interesting.
Yeah, people need to also like think like, okay, do I want to go down the radio route or the streaming route or both? But be prepared to work for that.
Yeah, it's different. You got to apply different thinking for both.
Yes, you do. And you can see that a lot of bands, like if they're doing really well on the radio, that doesn't necessarily translate to streaming and vice versa. Like, I don't think, like, we made it on the rock, maybe not as much as other bands, but that never translated to our streaming.
Interesting. What about community? Did it help build the community for Coridian?
I think so. In terms of
More people coming to shows. More
the
people,
radio,
like what I mean is like more people coming to shows, more people interacting with you guys.
Yeah, it's
hard to know.
it's really
Hard to
hard
measure,
to know.
hard to measure.
Yeah. I couldn't.
I think definitely shows like opening for Devilskin and, you know, like Skillet and stuff. Certain bands definitely helped. Like that would have been more of a draw than the radio, I guess. But again, it's hard to gauge. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've heard some bands tell me that like being on the radio has helped them more than their streaming. But I'm like, that's interesting to me that people still value it that much.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not.
Because then you got to look at your community and you go, well, what are they listening to? How are they listening to music? Are they still on the radio or are they on streaming?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a hard one, right?
Yeah, it's got to be everywhere.
Yeah.
And then whatever works will work for you. Yeah. It's the same with like the platforms as well. Like, is it Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal? People listen to that, or like
Deezer.
Deezer, that's the other one. Yeah, or on iHeart. Well, not iHeartRadio, but all those. And then also like social media. Like, is your band or artist? Are you better on TikTok? Are you better on Instagram? Are you better on Facebook? Facebook's not. I mean, community groups on Facebook do well. By the way, how's your guys' Facebook page going on?
It's not the worst. It's not the best.
Because in the last few years, it's just I find Facebook just like
Facebook's definitely like a certain age group.
Yeah.
Age group.
You guys still use Facebook?
Yeah.
I just use Messenger.
Yeah.
I use Messenger. Yeah. No, but we still have our Facebook going. And I think our Facebook doesn't do too badly, but I think it's an age group thing.
Yeah.
I think our demographic is definitely like maybe 30s plus. And that's probably more of the age group for Facebook, whereas Instagram's kind of in the middle between younger and older.
Yeah.
And then everyone else younger is on TikTok or whatever. We tried TikTok. We didn't want to do dancing videos and perform like monkeys. Not our thing.
You didn't want to be.
We did do some quite sort of weird shit
We did
at
weird
one
stuff,
point on
yeah.
tour, which people seem to like.
Yeah. I don't know. Our Facebook and our Instagram do okay. Like, I'd say out of all the medias, like when we made our announcement, Facebook and Instagram were the main two anyway, but they were pretty. They gave a lot back.
Yeah, because Instagram, I find like that was funny because like for Facebook, it was like, grow the Facebook page. Like people love Facebook so much that you buy likes and all that bullshit. But now people just do that with like Instagram is like, I don't know. Some people just live on there, right? Like it's just such a I find with like the podcasts and stuff, like most of it's Instagram.
I feel like
or YouTube and stuff.
our whole band is probably just Instagram, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what people really look for. Instagram now is like if your business is not there, then your business or brand or band doesn't exist. So if you're not on Instagram, but yeah, TikTok's like just crazy taking off, and the short form video, how fun.
You got to keep up with that short attention span, eh?
Yeah, the short form. But then again, it's like how you advertise yourself. It's just funny to me now. Like I laugh like when you put out like a song or a podcast or whatever, you need to make like 5-6 clips to like try and like get people's attention. Like, hey, like you should watch it. Like it's like putting out like 5 trailers for like one thing.
Yeah.
It's so buzzy. You can't just have one trailer anymore. You got to have like 5 or 6 of like little bits.
I always found though with TikTok, like if we try to do like promotional music videos, no one cared. But us acting like complete buffoons, everyone loved it. I don't know. I feel like maybe it's TikTok not. I don't know. Maybe it just depends on the audience. Like if
I just don't think we're not as funny as
We think we
we
are.
think we are.
Yeah, that's probably
But
bad.
then,
I think you guys are funny.
Like a bunch of middle-aged
Yeah.
thinking we're hilarious.
that's where it's at. So yeah,
Yeah. Parkour.
parkour. So yeah,
It's mainly Kris, and I feel like with Nick, it's just more like just his overall looseness makes me laugh.
I feel like if we filmed Nick post-gig with a couple of bourbons, it'd be like a really good treat.
But you
TikTok?
you might get in trouble.
Oh, we would.
I
But it
mean,
could be fun trouble.
yeah,
I've been with Nick after a few of those. Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah,
he says some pretty funny, outlandish shit. But it's good.
the amount of like illegal shit that he's done and involving taking things onto certain premises and stuff like that is mind blowing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he has that.
Yeah,
Like, if you need tips on how to,
yeah,
go to Nick Raven.
yeah. Well, let's
You need
just
some tips of
yeah,
Yeah, he's pretty onto it, eh?
yeah. So
And he can play 4 strings.
not 5. Has he tried a 5?
He did.
he does.
He's got a 5.
He does have a 5 string.
Didn't like it. 1 string too many.
It was something that we have been working on.
Yeah.
Playing in like different tunings and stuff like that. But
I love how we tried.
yeah,
tried to
we
push it
tried.
towards
We
it.
tried. No, it's something that we were sort of looking into, but yeah, just one of those experimentation things, I
Yeah.
suppose. But yeah.
For sure.
But
All
no,
right.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Well, on that note, I think we can come to the best segment of the podcast, which is it's called quick fires, but they're not that quick. They're pretty slow. It's called some slow fires. So let's start off with a snappy question. Out of the last, I don't know, 10 years, what's been the worst gig you guys played? Can't be positive the whole time. We need to have some negative.
There was one in Whakatane.
Oh.
You already say who it's with. I just want to know the experience.
And I know.
Yeah.
Summer Underground Tour 2018.
There we go.
It was like, I think, our third or
Damn,
fourth
2018 was really
tour.
like this, wasn't
No,
it?
it started January.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily the worst show. It was just it was weird. One of those weird,
It was just weird.
things.
Yeah. It was just weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll go with that one.
All right.
we got that one.
We'll leave it there. All right.
Yeah.
Strange. What's the strangest fan encounter, or friend? Fan or friend encounter of the band?
Oh. Can we say it?
Oh no! The strangest. I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna say.
When we played at Ding Dong, we opened for Wolves.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Is that strange?
Was
well.
Trying to find the right way to win this, eh?
Okay, so yeah, I hit someone with my guitar.
Oosh.
That was an interesting encounter.
Wait, was it an accident or on purpose?
It was an accident.
Okay.
Full accident.
It was
just
an
really
accident.
in the moment.
Got
Yeah.
it. Got it.
But it was
All right.
awkward afterwards.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, that was an awkward situation. It got awkward on social media.
It did.
To
there
the
was
point
some
where
tensions with it.
yeah, which it was
I
it
missed
was
this.
it was pretty funny.
It was a little bit of Coridian controversy, I would say.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That no one gave a fuck about, but I found it extremely amusing. Yeah, so that was just one of those awkward moments that
Yeah.
couldn't be helped, but yeah, but weird. Yeah,
That one.
We'll go with that one.
we'll go with that
All
one.
right.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever vomited on stage or before going on?
Not me.
Could be nerves or just drunkenness.
No.
No one's vomited.
Ravens aren't big vomiters.
No.
Like, I could certainly
Yeah.
say, like, early on,
Oh no, Nick has when he was he was
yeah.
so unwell before the show with Wolves, and
No, it was Wolves' Secrets album release show.
it was a big show.
It was a massive show.
And he turned up half an hour before he played,
'Cause he was
and he
so
was
sick.
not in good
he
condition.
did, like, one of those 48-hour bugs. Where
he was absolute-
like both ends again.
he was absolutely
It's
fucked.
fucking
his,
awful.
and, like, he
Yeah.
looked like a ghost, and he could barely stand, and he did the whole show,
He almost passed out.
He almost passed
He
out.
spewed before he played.
and then he left straight afterwards. And the problem with that is that because he did that, no one had an excuse afterwards. So like even getting
no one can take sick leave.
No, because when we toured with Hobos in like 2019, we went to the South Island for the first time. Dity had just had his appendix out 6 days earlier, and they were like, "You shouldn't be performing. You shouldn't be jumping. You shouldn't be doing anything physical." He was jumping by the
he did
show.
he did some jumps, and we were like, "Whoa."
So basically, like we set. I think that's the other thing with us is like we were just like, no one's allowed to get sick, and if you are, you're going to play the gig.
And it'd be like that Parkway if you got a broken leg. You sort of go and
we
go in
never
the
cancelled a
wheelchair.
gig. did we?
I've played some shows where I felt like pretty rough.
Yeah,
But
just had to
do it.
Muscle
Yeah.
through it. Okay, so no one
So
that's
no one's thrown up from alcohol related things.
No.
No, we're not that exciting.
No.
way to sell yourself.
Yeah.
You guys are really excited. Who would you say outside of the band, and maybe apart? I kind of think I know the answer, but who would you say is the most influential like person outside of the band for you guys, like helping guide you? I was gonna say Zorran, but maybe apart from Zorran, who else has been like really influential in your journey for Coridian?
Yeah, it's around for sure.
Yeah.
Musically, it's around.
Yep.
Sure.
Maybe helping you guys like navigate the industry.
Lisa Jones
Lisa Jones, okay.
from Music.net. Shout out.
Yeah. I couldn't pinpoint one person. I think it's like
It's been a lot.
yeah, like would be a lot of musicians that we've met like that had a lot of experience, or people that came before us, or
Yeah.
that they helped us along the way. But it would be hard to pinpoint.
Yeah, there's
like,
a lot of
just one
bands that
person.
like when we first started out, like kind of showed us the ropes too.
Nice.
But it only takes one person to say one thing to you, and you're like, "Holy shit!" Like,
Oh no,
that's huge.
we have to shout him out. Alex Smolton. So Alex used to work for Music.net. He was a reviewer, and he came to all our early shows.
True.
And he would review us, and he was like, he was fair, and
Well,
he would be like,
His honest review.
I don't know. He was fair. He was honest. Yeah,
yeah, but,
like,
he,
I
but
suppose
he
was
wasn't like he
fair.
didn't like destroy our souls,
No, but
and he made us
Yeah.
he guided us to be a better performing band. Because he was basically like when we first played our first two shows, he's like, Dity goes nuts, the other boys are statues. They needed to work on it, and then we did,
that's true.
and that was sick.
We took a lot of
Yeah, that's
advice from just stuff that he had seen.
And I think that's like I think there's like a lot of people
Pretty cool.
a lot of like reviewers like should be like, there's a thing between honest and being nasty, but like if you're
Yeah.
honest but it's truthful, then like take it on board, man.
What's it called? The compliment sandwich? Is that what
Yeah,
it's called? You
something
gotta-
like
that. Yeah, I mean,
so
like,
it's
I could have been
I like the
yeah.
idea of this, but then this wasn't great. This needs to be worked on. I think that's good.
But yeah, and I always liked him for that because I could have said, "Oh well, look, you come up here and play what I'm trying to play, and think about doing anything else." But they're just like, "No, sweet,
Yeah.
like just keep going, keep working on it, take his advice, and or not,
Yeah, take it or not.
But yeah, it's like it was cool.
He was helpful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A secret talent within the band. Has anybody got a secret talent?
I don't know.
again, fucking interesting.
This is not that interesting. Damn.
Like
All right, guys, that's been the show.
how talented how much talent?
Something quirky. I don't know.
Quirky.
A quirky secret talent, or something you wouldn't expect.
Okay.
Like for some reason, Nick Raven's really good at doing his taxes or something, which I don't believe he would be.
Here's a
But you
secret.
know what I mean?
Here's a secret talent again for he's got this bag.
yeah.
And he has to travel, like if he's in the front of the truck or the van, the tour van or whatever, and it has to be in the front with him. Like we're like, just put all your shit in the fucking back like everyone else. But or you're in the back seat, he has to have it in the middle. And we're like, why do you need this in there? And it's always got bourbon in it. That's one thing. But we're like, what else does it have in there? And one night,
It's coming.
we had to try and find something in there, It has about, he could do silver service for a dinner party with the amount of cutlery that he had in there. Knives, forks, spoons, all that sort of thing. He had batteries, like a lot of batteries.
Are we talking like AA batteries?
Well, we're talking about like you could
All the
start a
variety.
fucking shop with the amount of batteries that he had.
Right.
But his real true talent, minus the bag of what's
You
going
got
on.
to start with the bag though.
But yeah, that's a talent. But also, it's the fact that, I think Mike alluded to this earlier, for 10 years, Nick Raven has gotten Woodstock bourbons into every single show we've played without detection.
Every venue, every show, and he will never buy a drink unless he has to. He steals all my armbands because I don't drink that much, and I don't really drink alcohol anymore. So he'll take the armband if it's got a couple of free drinks on it or whatever.
But you would never know.
And yeah. So that's his secret talent.
Yeah.
We're just giving it away, so
Oh,
he's
well.
probably fucked. But
There we go.
too bad. Love you.
Love you.
Sneaking in bourbon. I love it. That's good.
Yeah, I'd say that's
Yeah, I'd say
that's-
that's
yeah,
good.
that's
That's a
talent.
talent.
talent, right?
So bringing a full cutlery set as well, just in case you
yeah.
need to have a sit-down dinner.
Yep.
Have you guys had sit-down dinners after the gig in like a green room?
We normally do them before.
Oh, beforehand.
Yeah.
So we especially we became.
You don't need to worry about cutlery.
Nope.
You need a, I don't know,
Well,
some batteries for your
We played the
pedals.
Mount. We played Mount Maunganui like all the time back in the day, like as much as Auckland, and we would always have the pre-band dinner. Always, we like food. Mm-hmm. We we all variously drink to our certain levels. Sometimes back in the day, a little bit more than others. Me, but we all know the level. But we are big fans of like you got to eat to be right for the show.
Sure.
So a lot of band dinners for sure.
What would be on the menu? What's like the main? What's something you guys would eat?
Well,
before
the thing is,
gig?
it can't be too greasy.
No.
We've all figured that out.
Yeah.
What's the normal go-to?
It depends where you are.
Yeah.
So if you were in at the Mount, it might be that little Chinese place
Oh,
with the
like Chinese
smorgasbord.
buffet.
But then after that, there was a kebab place around the corner.
Yeah.
Um,
This is sounding a little bit heavy though on the stomach.
yeah, but it's all about timing.
Oh, we
so
need
if
like 4 or 5 hours before.
so you has to be that timing there, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we are a massive McDonald's band after the show though. Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
That's
Big Mac.
because the only thing that's open.
Yeah, that,
And
they've capitalised on.
like generally, I would not eat enough on purpose, and then just be like, okay, now I need to eat
Do you
after.
remember we spent half an hour waiting in the queue at the Porirua McDonald's?
Porirua.
Porirua.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it wasn't worth it, but it was worth it.
We spent half an hour, and then Nick had to go inside because I got annoyed and drove off, and he was like, "Oh, I'm a cheeseburger short." Yeah, he was real pissed off
they
with
ruined
me.
the order too.
Yeah, they wrecked it.
Oh, we stayed in the what was that place called?
The Velvet Gypsy.
No, it's like the Velvet Gypsy. It was the Amethyst.
Amethyst.
The Amethyst Motel. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning hotel.
Shout out Amethyst.
Shout out Amethyst. Actually,
It was sick.
it was quite wild.
Oh, actually, speaking of, like you were saying, like, the accommodation has always been fun too for a band that doesn't have a lot of money. Always played in some absolute destitute.
Yeah.
If you're not using soap in your smoke alarms instead of a battery, you're doing it wrong. You're not saving money.
Using soap?
So for some reason, I think it's because someone was smoking inside or vaping or whatever they were doing.
Yeah.
So I assume they were like figuring out, well, let's disable the smoke alarm. So they went to do it, realized someone had shoved a bar of soap into the smoke alarm. And then we
my
decided
words.
not to touch anything in that motel.
And like the sheets when they're like bloodstains.
Oh.
They were a bad crispy.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're not the right.
You know, there's good hotel crispy, and
Yeah.
that was bad crispy.
We did stay in that really nice hotel weirdly in Hamilton that had like this spa bath in it. That was pretty sweet.
That was massive.
Yeah, that was like
It was like a 4-bedroom house.
Took a photo of the whole band and it was.
It was yeah. We did.
Hostels aren't fun either.
You guys done hostels as
Oh,
well?
yeah.
Well,
Stay in the room with
they're
like 10
alright.
other
I
people.
don't know, like
Depends.
a bunk on top of a bunk on top of a bunk.
Yeah.
Someone's just having a good old trying to, jerk the
Well,
meat.
we're all
and then the whole
related,
bed
so we're not
shuts on
doing
it.
that.
No, we can't do that.
We can't do that.
Oh, that reminds me of when I was in Europe and I was in a hostel and some dude brought a girl back and it was the bed right next to me and I was like, mean. I'm like, oh, bro, you got this. But I get a front row seat. Sick.
Seedy.
I'm in the cuck bunk, but
Yeah.
but I was like, this is fucked.
Yeah.
So that's hostel life. You get some
Sounds
characters. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
It wasn't. I can't forget it. Unfortunately, it's one of those things that just stays in there. It's like I have a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, holy crap, guys! Last show's coming up.
Yep.
Tell us all about it.
Okay, so we're playing Tuning Fork, which will be our fourth show at Tuning Fork. Love that venue.
August the 30th.
August 30th. Mm-hmm. It's going to be our actual biggest set list to date. We're going to play all the songs that you want to hear. And we're going to play some songs.
I mean, there's 2 hours of solid hits.
It's the greatest hits.
It's the greatest hits.
The greatest hits. And then there's actually a couple of songs that probably people haven't heard for like a long time.
Yeah.
And not only that, so yeah, it's our 10-year show, plus it's our last show for however long. And we've got the debut show for Nick's new band, Crywolf, featuring other people that were in bands that you probably know.
Featuring Nick Raven.
Featuring
of course.
Nick Raven as well. Obviously, he's in the band.
I
I
would say he's like the main attraction in that band. Like
he's the most attractive person.
I mean-
or,
Oh, no,
like,
no,
that's
no.
what you should come
like
and
Kev's
watch.
pretty hot.
Kev's
but
pretty hot.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's got a challenge on his hands.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so it's Jamie from Sun Gods on drums.
Yeah.
And then...
Oh no, I know.
Oh, you know the
I know
band,
who's
though.
in it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know,
yeah,
I know
just
who's
shut
in
up,
it,
Chris.
yeah.
Okay, and then we got Outside In's playing.
That's crazy that they're back.
They're back.
Yeah.
I love that band.
Mental.
And we played
I love that.
quite a few shows with them.
We
Back
did
in the day.
our...
Yeah,
well, we
no,
did
no,
our...
scenes.
I come watch you guys at Backbeat Bar with them. I remember I watched them and I was just like, what the fuck?
They're so good.
Why are they so good?
They did a... We did a dual album release show, 2020, with them.
We did.
That's right.
Yeah, so we're very... And
I look forward to
I
seeing
think
them. Those are good
Ben
songs.
and from Channeled and Hugh from Mothra are playing guitar.
Cool.
So stupidly good lineup. And then obviously Pull Down the Sun, their main
Main.
support.
Nice.
Because we've played about 1 million shows with them at this point.
No best band in the world.
Yeah. Can you release
I
your
thought you
album
guys
now?
were the best band in the world. man.
Nah, we got taken over, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really selling this game.
But yeah.
Nah, it's going to
Yeah.
be sick,
We're not
though.
the
That's-
highlight of the night.
But that's why we got pulled down the sun to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
No, it'll be awesome. So, our early bird tickets actually sold out. So you need to get your general admission tickets.
You get your mid-birds.
What
Get
about,
your
what about is
mid-ticks.
there VIP?
Mid ticks. There's no VIP
There's
because
no VIP.
everyone's a VIP.
I can't meet the band.
Maybe-
Everyone's a VIP at our gig, baby.
Potentially
nice.
we have a special guest
Ooh.
on guitar.
Nope.
Oh yeah. He's quite a big deal. People know him.
It depends how he edits things.
Yeah, that's
Yep. And
true.
actually, because he's the only guest of the night, actually.
I thought you can keep it quiet.
Well, I think but there's potential for that to
to change.
change.
True.
Maybe not. Who
maybe
can
not.
tell?
Who will know?
Who will know?
But anyway, yeah, you should definitely come along because it's going to be a really, really, really good time.
You're selling this like no one else has before. Like,
the level of
I
excitement
don't even know if
from
I'm
Kris
going to turn up.
Yeah.
Well, I find that every time Scott's like, you sound excited, I'm like, I am,
Yeah.
but I have the monotone. I can't help it.
Honestly, like we're not like this normally.
Yeah.
On stage is
You should really come to our gig.
Yeah. That's what I want.
Is that what you want?
Passion.
Okay.
Passion.
No,
All
don't.
right,
It's-
redo the take.
The passion and connection.
I need the passion.
Guys,
Here we go.
we got a massive show coming up.
Where is
August 30th, Tuning Fork, Auckland. and it's our 10-year anniversary and last show for ages, and it's going to be so cool and so fun, and it's going to be the best.
Hell yeah! I'm so gonna come.
Hell yeah, brother!
I'm getting VIP tics.
Hey, VIP baby, you just come and say hello, and we'll shake your hand.
Damn,
That's it.
that's a hell.
That's weird.
Yeah. Well, because, you don't want to be like, oh, no, we're too cool for school. Oh, and we might also... we're working on some other special little things, aren't we?
We are.
So we won't...
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot coming, guys.
It will be
Okay, cool.
it will be rad as fuck. So come and see us.
Yeah.
One last time.
For a time.
For a time. And
There it is.
Yeah.
Come for a time. Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
Oh, well, boys, I'm looking forward to it. And, I wish you the best with whatever you guys do. Always be supportive and thankful for our time together. And more time together in future with other
Absolutely.
things. So, hell yeah.
Can't wait.
It's been Coridian, everyone. We'll leave it there. Thank you. Bye.